Ooh. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Here we got continuing on with MKNJ here. It's me, Libra, with True Crime here. So I think you just got in, right?
Yep, I just got in here. I just been watching a lot of casual sets being played out there. People are definitely ready to compete today. Seeing a lot of great players coming out today. A lot of characters going to be picked and a lot of buttons going to be pressed today. You know?
I mean, it's nice to see the variety that we have here so far. I was kind of anticipating to see a lot of, a lot of Scorpions, a lot of Kenshis, a lot of Johnny Cages, but it's got a decent mix now.
Yeah, it's a good point you bring. I actually have seen a lot of people using Scorpion and Kenshi in the set, as we got one right here. Kenshi, which is a really, really strong character early on in the game, so we'll definitely be seeing what he's capable of doing here.
And our first Tanya here, I think, in this particular tournament bracket, at least on stream here. So here we go in the first match between RedNose and BrandedByNeon. Neon looking to try to stick to a bit of a more ranged approach, maybe waiting for Tanya to make a bit of a mistake to try to capitalize on some of that damage. Ooh, good parry for the Tanya. Already on deck with one of the little glyphs. Gets access to her teleport.
Yeah, nice throw tech there as well. You see Kenshi's game he's just one of those characters that's just ambidextrous. He's good from far and he's good from close range as well. I think the worst case scenario you could really be in against Kenshi is when you're sandwiched in between him and the puppet. You know?
And the Sento?
And the Sento. You definitely don't want to be in that situation.
Oh, cross-up opportunity. Unfortunately, Tanya's now in the corner. Sento coming out. Kenshi plugging it in.
A lot of pressure here. Kenshi and Sento applying a lot of pressure, and that happens to be round one right there.
Neon taking it pretty comfortably here.
Okay, that kick is really, really, that's a really good wake-up move to use that Tanya has, that little storm.
Oh, yeah, especially when she meter burns it. You get a little bit of an armor, push out, cross up. Definitely got all the, checking off all the boxes that you need to be able to get a decent wake-up.
A lot of pressure right here by Kenshi right now. He's just, when he has the Sento blade out, it's just, he's just applying a lot of pressure. If you look and pay close attention to Kenshi, you'll see that he has a lot of buttons that reach far. That blade, I don't know what the number is on the controller, but he has.
Oh, okay,
wow.
Going back and forth. All right, Tanya
connect.
activating. Oh, Fatal Blow blocked. Okay, Neon, I see you out there.
So that Kenshi is looking pretty strong early on. Let's see if RedNose is able to adapt to that first game scenario.
Could be some first game jitters, just trying to figure it out, or just trying to figure out what Neon's all about. But hopefully that there'll be some adjustments here going into game 2 here for RedNose. Immediately calling Sento out. Cross under.
It almost looks like they're playing a hot potato when they got someone in between that. Like Kenshi is really, really strong character, so I'm not surprised. Don't be surprised as well for all the viewers. You're seeing a lot of Kenshi being played today.
Ooh, RedNose activating the Fatal Blow, seeing if he can try to get any sort of damage here in the match. Oh, try to go for the sweep, gets interrupted by the projectile. Tanya looking like on life support here. Kenshi's just keeping it really simple.
Yeah, he's making it really hard, and the wake-up Fatal Blow and blocked again. That's looking like a Fatal Blow, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, that you have to hit confirm. That
yes.
You're not able to just try to whiff it and get it to land.
All right, down one check. Goes for a string, blocks the overhead. Activates the cameo here for the freeze. Sitting combo right in the corner.
Another whiff punish right now by Kenshi, and the Sub-Zero cameo is doing a lot of work right now. The pressure, endless pressure we're looking at right now by Kenshi has Tanya in the corner. A lot of frame trapping going on right now. Let's see if Neon is able to adapt with another Fatal Blow, and it's blocked again. You might have to try something different here.
Oh, I think we had the name switched up because RedNose is the one who's playing Kenshi and Neon is the Tanya player. So our apologies for any of the misdirection here early in the set, but RedNose here taking the second game man, just making it look really clean.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not sure if anyone has. Have you tried Kenshi? Yeah.
Not personally. So Havoc was in tournament earlier. He is who I've been playing against, and him using Kenshi. So like a lot of the offense that I see most Kenshis do will usually start with back one, which is that lateral cut with the sword.
Okay. Back
And you know he will kind of layer it into the second hit. In some cases, from distances, it's kind of tough to punish unless you have a long range button fast enough to do so. Or I can try to react to it with Lime's knee rush, but you know, Kenshi's got tools to set you up for situations you don't want to put yourself in.
Yeah, he really does, and I'm seeing almost every single Kenshi player I fight against, at least online, play with the Sub-Zero cameo.
Yeah, it seems to be a very favorable cameo setup for him, just because you get the armor for any projectiles. So if you have characters that try to zone you out, I mean, Kenshi can walk in a little bit, and then you get the freeze with the activating the Sento setup. Definitely one of the better cameos for Kenshi for sure. Ooh, good sweep. RedNose trying to run away with those neon.
Yeah, just a lot of endless pressure right now going on for RedNose as he's up 2-0, looking to close out the set. And he lands another hit confirm with the Sub-Zero cameo, but it's again broken by Neon.
Oh, God, there we go. We got Sento again, back and forth. Endless pressure.
Look at the chip damage. This is looking like it's going to be a GG's.
That's such a tough situation to be caught in, especially if you're not super familiar with it either, because you really have to figure out at what point is there a gap to be able to down one it, but then if you're not fast enough to down one it, then you get opened up with either an overhead or stuck with a mid. It's not a good time.
Yeah, it's a good point you bring up. You said that back one. I really honestly think that Kenshi is a really good investment in this game. A lot of people are, they're picking him, and for rightfully so, because he's really good close up and far, and the Sub-Zero cameo makes him almost unstoppable, because when he has the ice vest on, you can't really zone him out.
Nope. And he can kind of walk in on you for free if you're not keeping him in check. So it's one of those things where he's got the range to be able to catch you with one of his normals. And if you try to zone him out with a projectile, I mean, he can just walk right through it. It's a really good mix-up just in and of itself. But then if you incorporate the combos, his damage and everything like that, I mean, he's a good character. I mean, I don't think there's been an MK where Kenshi wasn't viable, especially from top 10, I would say.
Definitely, yeah. That MKX Kenshi, I used to main him, the possessed variation. Definitely, I had a lot of great sets and great matches playing with possessed Kenshi. So it's good to see him back in the game, and I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at Kenshi. And I think in the FGC, a lot of people stay away from the characters that don't have the easy buttons to input. The combos, if they're a little difficult to input, I think that kind of repels the players from using that character. But he looks to be a really, really strong investment in this game so far.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as far as character selection goes, I'm still soul-searching myself. I gravitated towards Lime just because it felt more natural to play the character, but you always have those characters that you start off as just to learn how to play the game, to become more familiarized and, have it be more of a, kind of natural experience. But since, starting with Lime, I started working my way towards Sindel, which I hope we see a Sindel on stream. That'd be really hype because she's got a lot of really good high-low mix-ups in the levitate with the screen resets. I mean, I'm a fan.
Yeah, she's definitely capable of a high damage output from what I've seen from Sindel so far.
And a lot of cameo shenanigans too. But here we got Zork and RedNose back on stream here, running our second match here.
Yep. Just a quick button check here. Here's.
And we've seen Johnny play earlier. I mean, I think any Johnny Cage is always a blast to watch. It's just a fan favorite in the cast. Personal favorite of mine.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, it's just a lot of overall characters here that are viable in this game. It's just that do you have the time and do you want to put in the time to see the results
Oh,
for
yeah.
those characters? That's what it comes down to. So we got a Johnny Cage versus a Kenshi-ish, which should be very, very, very good.
And already RedNose starting off the rip with activating the Sub-Zero cameo here just to set up the Sento mix-up. I like to call Sento the Glade plugin, because once he's on, man, he's all over you. Ooh, and the back and forth.
Wow.
Immediately off the bat, about 90% off of 2 mixes.
I can't believe what I'm watching right now. This guy, it looks like he is the blind swordsman himself. Like he's over here.
Stream, are you watching this? I hope you didn't miss it.
What do you guys think about this right now?
I mean, I can tell you what I think. I think Zork's got a bit of a ways ahead of him trying to get into this.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a rough first game to be playing. This kind of opponent, going off of what we've seen the last game and how he dispatched Neon.
Yeah, it almost seems like a completely different different style of play here. RedNose playing a little bit more reserved against Neon, but now against Zork, just really showcasing what exactly he's all about with this character.
And Zork hitting that breaker, that was some really good timing there. Things could get really, really ugly if you don't have that meter against Kenshi.
Yeah, you definitely need to have something in reserve, whether if it's an armored or an opportunity to be able to reset between that and Sento. I mean, you just need an opportunity just to get, your ground situated.
One thing I realized as well is I fought against a couple Kenshis. If you can't get in close to this guy and run your offense how you want to run it, it's going to be a really, really long game. So you have to be able to, defend because he has far-reaching buttons. You did mention the lateral sword where it goes straight horizontal towards you. It's a really good whip punish tool. So, but look what we have here.
Can't believe you're still
starting off with Zork now switching over to Kenshi, but with the Cyrax variant. So now we have an opportunity to see difference in playstyle. I know with Cyrax being a bit more of an offensively oriented cameo and arguably probably the best cameo in the roster currently, especially with Kenshi's layered mix-ups. It'd be interesting to see how this pans out for Zork.
You really, you said who did you say was the best cameo?
Cyrax.
Cyrax, yeah,
Like,
he definitely he puts in a lot of work.
Between being able to keep yourself safe in defense and be able to, keep strings safe, extend strings, be able to have string punishes. It's insane how, I wouldn't say that the cameo was overlooked, but like how the community managed to figure out how to use Cyrax to its fullest potential.
Yeah. I just think it's really interesting right now that we have a sub. Oh, wow.
Ooh, caught him with Cyrax's
Cyrax's
neck.
net gets him, but he's going to waste the combo. He's not going to be able to land that in time.
Sento with an overhead.
And he finished the combo. Nice breaker right there, adding a lot of pressure. Let's see which Kenshi gets the last lap here.
All right, Zork taking the first round here in this. I believe this is the second match.
Yeah, this is the second match. Zork is looking to just get his head right back in this game right now. It looks like the Kenshi counter pick is actually working. Is it really true that maybe the only person that can defeat Kenshi is himself? I mean, this is incredible.
A taste of his own medicine here. RedNose having to sit there and hold this Kenshi mix-up.
Look at these combos. It's amazing to watch. Quick question.
Sure.
I know it's still early, but is this the best that we've seen Kenshi in Mortal Kombat?
In terms of like what from previous versions of Mortal Kombat, it's hard to say. I know when Kenshi came out as DLC in MK9, if I remembered correctly, definitely a really strong character. But I think in most Mortal Kombat games he was featured in, easily top 10. I don't think there's very much a question on that one. And fan favorite, I think. So, I can't remember when Kenshi was first introduced, but it's he's always been a good character.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely had. I agree with you there. Like I said, I did mention it earlier on in the stream. I use that possessed Kenshi. There's not a cooler variation of Kenshi you could even describe to me besides that one.
Oh,
maybe this
sure.
one because I mean they decided to take the variations out of the game. I completely understand why. But that possessed Kenshi was just so fun to use.
I forget who mentioned it in some of the breakdowns, but I feel like most of the characters in the cast are kind of like the greatest hits versions of some of their prior releases, so they kind of have tools from every variation of Mortal Kombat that's came out up until now, which I think is really cool, because it, as you mentioned, eliminating the variants, you have something that's a bit more of a concrete package than having to separate it into thirds.
Okay, and the Cyrax cameo comes in just in time.
All right, time to guess. Zork managing to keep the push in front.
Yeah, an interesting decision right there by RedNose, getting confused here by the Kenshi's right here. But interesting decision for him not to break there. Both players have full bars of meter, but interesting decision not to break.
Yeah, it looks like Zork using his breaker to maintain offensive pressure. Goes for the sweep here. Throw into the corner. Fortunately, no meter to be able to convert that off of the bounce and bomb. And Zork, all you have to do is just kind of hang out for a little bit. Doesn't have to really approach too hard.
I can't lie, it's pretty early, but it's looking like the counter pick by Zork is starting to work out. He looks way more confident. He's his buttons are coming out way more cleaner with this Kenshi counter pick.
It really boils down to essentially who gets the draw first. Ooh, you can see that RedNose is trying to jump back, gets caught with the high there. All
yeah,
right.
it's definitely tough to distinguish between these two fighters right now because they almost have on the same outfit.
Ooh, see, and that's exactly what I was mentioning about finding the gaps in between the Sento mix-ups. RedNose or Zork going for the down one to be able to catch RedNose's mix-up there just on the wake-up.
Okay, now let's see who's going to get this last button. Is that going to be blocked? It's going to be blocked. No punish. No punish.
Oh no, too far out. Oh, but still manages to get the hit. Breaker activated by RedNose.
This match is coming down to the wire as the Sento is out right now, looking to hit the hit confirm.
All right, and Zork takes the second game here in our set.
Wow, and Zork managing to clutch that out in the end, regardless of the pressure that was being applied by RedNose. Will we see a counter pick again?
At this point, Zork is locked into the set, so he's unable to be able to switch his character. However, he can switch his cameo, I think, as per the tournament outlined. If it's anything going based off of the pro competition, then if the character is changed, then technically the winner can select a different cameo to help accommodate for the matchup. But it looks like if I saw the lock-in, it should be the same thing. So let's see how if RedNose just needed a bit of a breakup here.
He's worse.
Breaking the momentum.
They almost look identical here.
Now RedNose on Black Coat Kenshi and Zork using the red one, so a little bit different. And okay, so no change in cameo, so they're running the exact same matchup they have been in the whole set.
Nice anti-air there by Zork.
Good lift. Zork slowly carrying RedNose to the corner here, activates the breaker.
Yeah, avoiding a lot of big damage there using that breaker in time.
All right, Sento just taking a knee. What needs a water break? I'm trying to back for that advancing normal here.
One thing that I feel like a lot of people don't really discuss about Kenshi here is, have you ever tried to walk towards him and his hitbox it just seems like it's kind of awkward the way when he blocks his hitbox when he's blocking makes him really hard to start some offense against him.
No, nothing that I've noticed in particular. You mean in terms of like his hurt box like shortening if he's blocking?
Yeah, shortening.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
You know, it might be due to the fact that maybe his character model is a little bit smaller than some characters in the cast, but that might be something we would have to do extensive research on to figure out what exactly might be the reasoning behind that. But RedNose right now not finding any issue with trying to find some damage here in this setup. Cyrex activated for caught Kenshi backdashing here. RedNose taking the overhead from Sento.
Yeah, a lot of pressure being applied right here by Zork. Let's see if he can finish the job here as he's looking to get this round 2-0.
Didn't block the last hit. Probably going for a flawless block here for a punish. All right, activates Fatal Blow. Unfortunately blocked. That was really smart that he managed to have the Ice Vest on time just to block the Cyrex net. Back throw.
And this is looking like it's over with.
All right, and Zork takes it 3-1 over RedNose.
What a great adaptation here by Zork. Being down in the set early on and then rallying and making those adjustments. So what do you think so far about Kenshi as we've seen?
I mean, I'm sold on Kenshi. Will I play the character personally? Probably not. It's just not for me. In terms of like the extended range, it's great, but I need rushdown characters.
I'm telling you right now, his pressure. I went against the Kenshi, and I mentioned the hurt box thing to you. Like trying to go near him, it's like a threat in itself because he has that threat of Sento right there when he has it out. So it's kind of tricky going against Kenshi sometimes, man.
Yeah, I feel like at that point it starts to play into like a mental stack. Like you don't want to approach the character because of what you know the character can do, like in the middle of a set. One thing that I would probably say, as far as what I've noticed with Kenshi players, is that Sento never comes out at random. It's usually off of some sort of a setup or a hit confirm. So you'll never see a Sento just come out of nowhere. And if so, I mean, that's the Kenshi's already operating at a disadvantage because they no longer have access to their cameo. So and they won't until Sento disappears, and then the cameo gauge comes back.
Okay.
So you can be a little bit more aggressive at that point because he has such a long recovery period to get the cameo back. But if it's the Sub-Zero matchup, I mean, one thing that I've always tried to stay is to stay just outside of that horizontal slash that he does. And if you have a character that either has a forward advancing special or a string that moves forward like a pretty decent distance, then whatever your startup or activate your cameo to do a punish.
Okay.
That's something that I've noticed, or what I've actually done playing against some Kenshis, and with some mild success. Obviously, it's never going to be 100%, because adaptation takes into play.
Yep.
But I just stay outside and wait for them to overcommit, and then you punish it from that.
Definitely, most definitely.
So far, I got some pretty decent matches, and take a look and see if we can find what's up on the bracket. Let's see here.
All right, this is going to be insane. Okay, so that splash right there, and they got ADHMeme, and that guy right there, his Natara is pretty solid.
Oh, Natara's crazy.
Listen, I know this is going to sound crazy. I thought she was low tier because, people say whatever nowadays. But, I mean, I was going against his Natara, and that, you got to just keep blocking overhead. And I feel like only a really elite player is going to always have in their mind to always up block. A lot of average, even good players don't up block a lot. It's a new game.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was up block in 11?
No, it was flawless block and punish. So, like, say I jumped in on you, right?
Right.
You were able to, flawless block the jump in and get a punish there.
Gotcha.
You're not able to do that in Mortal Kombat 1, but instead the up block is more of a you hold block and you time it
right.
on reaction.
And that gives you an advantage when they land.
Yeah, you get a free punish there. So, me personally, I like the flawless block punish mechanic way better. I think it was way more smoother because you could time it more better than and more accurately than the up block. But
right, and up block also has now the mind game is empty jump.
Yeah, it's so funny because I was playing some Combat League, for the past couple days, right? And you actually a trick that a lot of people might try is, on someone that's really good on up blocking, you actually empty jump.
Yep.
And you can see them standing and holding
up
they're
just
their
like
character.
this. They're like, oh man.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, this person is definitely sweaty if you're trying to up block every single time I'm jumping in.
Yep. And, sometimes you don't even get away with that. Like characters like Katana or Raiden have, horizontal moving specials that they can do in the midair. So it's one of those things where if they're trying to get out of the corner and you're thinking that it's going to be an up block, I mean, there's a lot of layers to the offense in this game, which is, I think that's always been a big thing for MK is just a lot of offense and just being able to, between breaker and, how you have unbreakable combos, which, I don't know if there's any that have been found out here for MK1, but, only time will tell when we get to that point. Quick button check here between the two players we have here.
Be a really interesting match. Like I said, this is Kung Lao versus Natara. That Natara, I'm telling y'all, I mean, if he fights the way that he was fighting in casuals, this is going to be way closer of a set than people recognize.
Especially with the Kung Lao assist. I mean, Lao Hat is a lot of people are really cursing this particular cameo just because the offensive capabilities of just holding the hat on the floor is such a threat by itself. But, you know, Splash is running Goro Assist, which is also a really good one in terms of the ambush, raise the roof. A lot of really good application and combo extension with that, especially with Kung Lao.
Yeah. I mean, look, I just want to say I appreciate everyone for leaving the stage music on. I know a lot of people are not fans of the stage music, but I need to hear something when I'm fighting.
Oh yeah, you can't fight in the vacuum of space. It's not natural unless you have like a Spotify playlist or something like that going on, which not happening here.
You'll be surprised how much people don't like the the stage music.
Nah, you got to take the package for what it is, especially in tournament settings. I mean, it's you rock with what they give you. Splash already having ADHMeme here
in a tough position right now. I think it's just the first game jitters, maybe.
Possibly trying to get an idea of how Splash will end up playing in the set. Ooh.
Okay, got the whip punish there. Yep. That's exactly what I was talking about right now with the flyby damage, with the flyby pressure. Natara showing. Oh! And how close was that first round there? Almost pulling off the comeback ADHMeme. Comeback.
And it's surprising how much damage Natara got off of that one wake up string. I mean, I think maybe one particular mix-up after that, and ADHMeme could have taken the round.
Yeah, like I said, I seen him landing 40% damage combos in casuals, so I'm gonna be a little disappointed if he's not able to land those right now. Okay.
And Natara, the only character in the cast with the unique mechanic of being able to control an 8-way dash, which goes to her strings, will allow her to enter the airspace in order for her to be able to pull that off, giving her, and she's got the little portal down there, trying to get some health back, but unfortunately, Kung Lao giving the power noogies out.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough because I actually see the health regenerating, and I'm guessing, is that because of the blood ring?
Yes. So when Natara does that meter burn scratch, even when she's standing next to you, she'll regenerate health a little bit, with some of her specials. Ooh.
Wow. And she still has some health. Right?
Yep. ADHMeme having an opportunity to be able to try to capitalize on that. The Fatal Blow not killing, but Splash taking the first match here.
Yeah, ADH is gonna have a mountain to climb here, but like I said, I still believe in him after what I've seen from him in the casual matches. He had a lot of damage output, but just like I said, you're fighting on stream right now. It's not gonna be easy. It's the pressure, So let's see if he's able to get rid of those jitters and have some BMBs ready.
Ooh, look at that double meter, activate meter on the special and then meter on the cameo here with Kung Lao's teleport.
Yep, and that's the air-to-air pressure that I was discussing earlier by Natara.
All right, Splash trying to battle back, still stays in front. Catches ADHMeme, not blocking. Fatal Blow immediately. We're going to finish up this round.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, that's really a tough way to lose a round after all the sustained pressure that he had going on in the corner. But I mean, Splash is a monster, so I'm not surprised that this happened at all.
No, especially since ADHMeme is making a lot of the interactions that he is getting off of this, and showcasing what Natara is actually capable of in terms of the damage department and being able to get some of that health back. That much closer to be able to secure a round.
Flash is just looking to continue the onslaught, and he has the corner positioning set up here. But look at Natara with the great wake-up reversal.
Yeah, look like meter burn spit.
Yep. I actually was just told that move is a high, so he can actually duck that move. Okay, he's fighting for his life right here. Let's see if he's able to make something of this match still. Good defense right now by Splash. Let's see if he can get the chip out here.
Ooh, blocks the overhead.
Oh my god, this is so close. Oh
my god. ADHMeme's so close to trying to take the round here in this set.
That was tough to watch. That was tough to watch because it looked like he was just being able to build the momentum. But Splash, he's saying his hat flies true. That's like what the great Kung Lao said that in MKX. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but he's showing why he belongs in this stage.
Oh, the story mode.
In MKX.
Yeah. No,
his intros.
Yeah, the MKs always have great stories.
Definitely. Okay, we're seeing the combo. Yep. That's what I was seeing in casuals.
Yeah, that was 415.
Yeah. This guy is capable of outputting the damage with Natara, I'm telling you. It's just the jitters might be getting to him, but he's looking like he's in the groove now. Let's see if he can prevent a splash comeback and hold on to this health lead right now.
Goro with the ambush raise the roof here. Now this looks like it could be ADHMeme's round. All right, you'll love to see it. Small adaptations. Just needs to figure out how to make it all add up.
Let's see if ADH is able to solidify this game right here, make it 2-1 instead of getting that 3-0.
And ADH's effectiveness using the Kung Lao low hat, that cameo recovers very quickly, might I add.
So if you notice, you'll see he has a lot of patience. ADH, he has a lot of patience. He's patient. He's trying to bait you into moving so he can just swoop in. I think a lot of people are not familiar with the Natara matchup, but I'm just guessing that every time she jumps in, it's an overhead. You know.
Yeah, it's a safe assumption. If I recall correctly, most jump-ins are classified as overheads or any aerials, or are there certain ones that only block high? I forget how it works. There's so many different layers when it comes to the offense here in MK.
Yeah, it definitely is. Okay, and he's not questionable not using the breaker there. Really questionable not using the breaker there by ADH while they had similar health. So now you're in a tough position being backed into the corner, and let's see how this final round goes here.
Could be saving the meter probably for a really hard-hitting combo. Uses the breaker right then and there, so they gotta start from scratch.
And now he's gonna be using, he's gonna be fighting in this round, at least for the early part, without any meter. Let's see if he's able to make something happen. Gets the corner position in here, splashes in the corner, but the buttons are being pressed right now. Calls Goro, has him back in the corner.
All right, goes for the reset here.
This is not looking good for ADH.
All right,
Let's
in
see
the
if
corner,
he's
what's the
capable
mix?
of doing what's the call right now?
Oh, that was great. Splash taking it over ADH 3-0 in a great set.
Amazing set. That didn't feel like a 3-0 because of how close every time ADH was battling back, but it just wasn't enough.
And it's you know, again, it's the character variety. Natara, we haven't seen, at least not in this particular tournament on stream, which you know, it's a good showcase of the character. And you know, as far as the strength between the 8-way dash and the high-low mix-ups that she's capable of, I mean, all great stuff. I'm hoping that we see ADH come back on stream here.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that he you know, regathers himself and he bounces back. You know, sometimes it's not always going to go your way, but it's always important to just, you know, shake that off, you know, and just go towards the next match.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get 2 opportunities in any tournament, so with double elimination, I mean, you could make a hell of a loser's run and be able to come right back.
Yep, definitely.
Especially with that character. I mean, I think Natara is a good character, and I think naturally, I think she has a low starting health pool. If I recall correctly, she has 900.
Yeah, I think actually a lot of the cameos you use in this game are able to alter your health.
Yes.
I haven't played the game as much to know off the top of my head who decreases your health and who increases your health, but I do know that they're definitely capable of altering your health value. Yeah,
and you know, depending on, and I think it's based off of the utility of the cameo, what determines that, or you know, to your point, there's certain elements of each character that have that increase or that decrease in the HP that you start with, but you know, you figured if you're using somebody like Cyrax, that's probably going to be like 50 off. Or if you're using like Jax, I think Jax gives you a health buff.
Well, interesting.
But you know, that's always something to keep in mind when you're playing in a competitive environment, or even when you're technically doing Combat League online.
Yeah.
You know, you have to kind of be aware of what you're starting off with.
Yeah, definitely.
And most people, I don't even think, you know, in a casual setting, they might not know that their characters even have a lower HP value than what most characters even start off with. So.
Good point. Yeah, and you know, only someone that's really actively competing or has a good mindset or idea of what's going on in the MK competitive will understand that.
Yep. I can only imagine the people just sitting there looking at the screen and being like, wait a second, why do I have 800?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
So getting our button set up for the next matchup here between SilentsReturn and Turkey.
Yeah, I definitely seen Turkey running some rating back there. The rating was looking pretty solid, you know?
Oh, yeah?
I mean, like I said, I from my experience as a competitor in MK11, I know that you got to have more than one character. You gotta have more than one character in this game.
I feel like that's kind of the running gag here in FGC in general, is that being a character specialist doesn't. You can be one. You can be a really good character specialist, but that may get you only top 8 in the best of days. Some characters just have really horrible matchups, so you need to be prepared in that competitive environment. Which, you know, Raiden, having a pocket Raiden, I don't see that as a bad thing.
Alright, so we got SilentsReturn versus the TurkeySucks, so let's see how this one is going.
Got Raiden versus the best grappler and the best zoner in MK1 and Reiko. And tell me your feelings about Reiko.
I mean, look, I fought against him. I feel like all people do is just throw stars at me all day. And, I mean, like I said, I like grappling characters, but he's definitely not fun. He's not one of the fun ones to fight against because of he has a zoning threat in this game and he has a close range threat. So basically, it's like pick your poison against Reiko.
Probably not the most flashiest combos, but you know what? It's you know, especially with the striker assist and you cuff him up. I mean, there you go. That's honestly what Reiko needs, is just an opportunity to get another command throw in.
And that's what I was just discussing with someone earlier. That Cyrax cameo, when you use it for combos, right? You see the inconsistency there, right?
Yep.
It caused the opponent to fall to the ground. Therefore, you miss out on damage. So, I mean, I don't know too much about the Cyrax as far as relying on it when it comes to finishing those combos that you want high damage with.
Yeah, most of what I've seen, at least most players using Cyrax in that situation, is they always just try to go for like maybe 1 or 2 hits in an air combo or just to do an air confirm and then immediately end it with a special. So this way you're not putting yourself in a position where you might not land it, or it might, you know, be flung to the opposite side where you want your opponent to be, like that, for
like
example.
That right there, you know. So I'm not too sure. Like I said, I use Raiden. By the way, I was using Raiden before MK1. All right, so I know what that felt like, you know. But that's in my opinion, that Cyrax is kind of inconsistent when you try to apply it to combos.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's honestly, if a player feels more confident with being able to pick up those inconsistencies and, you know, trying, because you still get a knockdown either way you look at it. It just depends on whether or not if you like committed to a button and a string, or if it didn't really get anything after it. Like, what's your follow up afterwards?
Right. Good point there. As we see how Turkey bounces back from that first game. SilentsReturn going up 1-0. I think Reiko is definitely a character that you're seeing slowly but surely. He's becoming really popular amongst the MK1 cast.
Absolutely. I mean, with being able to have an excellent zoning tool in his Ninja Stars, and with the, not even just the command throw, but like also having the opportunity of being able to jail and also harass your opponent with his overhead. His long-range normals can reach from mid-range and confirm. I mean, the character is, you know, I'd say one of the characters that have a complete package in their kit. And, you know, I guess on paper it's really hard to see if it's he's beatable.
Yeah, Reiko, when he's in the right person's hands, he's definitely caused a lot of matchup nightmares for a lot of players, especially with those stars, you know.
Oh yeah,
that
absolutely.
That zoning that I mentioned earlier, he's able to hit you from full screen as well.
Yeah, but Turkey's like, no, I'm not all about that. I can handle the Reiko matchup, no problem. Little UFC takedown here. Oh, Silent missing it.
Wow.
Command throw does hit high, so it's something that you can. There are options against it on Wake Up.
Definitely OS. I feel like, I mean, it might not be the most fun way to use Cyrax, but he's most effective when he's chipping someone out. If you're using Raiden, he's more effective when you're using that Storm Cell along with Cyrax.
Which is such a cool looking move.
Yeah, it definitely is. The Storm Cell?
Yeah, is that the one where he...
Yeah, the electromagnetic storm. We call it Storm Cell because we play MK11, you know, so Storm Cell is just the easier...
oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, it's better to learn the terms that the community uses. I mean, sometimes we we default to using what the developers called it.
Yep.
And sometimes the developers may not have the best in naming conventions when it comes to stuff like that.
Yep.
So you know, we got our feet to the ground, so we're the ones that technically make it up for them.
All right. A lot of patience being shown between these two right here. Silence looking to get that 2-0 lead, but it's not today.
All right, Turkey taking the second match here in this set. I think we got ourselves a nice set coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. So did you mention earlier that they are able to switch the characters after they lose?
So yes, if the character is switched by the person who loses, the winner can select their cameo. They can change that, but the character's still locked.
Okay, so you can't switch your character.
Right, exactly. So it's going to go based off of the Pro Combat Tour,
Interesting.
which I believe they just released their rule set yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, pro competition, yep. This is going to be really, really interesting to see a lot of people getting ready for ECT.
Oh, yeah.
coming up.
That one, unfortunately, I didn't plan too far out in advance. This came off of Summer Jam, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a quick break, but you know, NEC is probably going to be the next event that I go to for sure. All right. Ooh, look at that overhead.
Oh,
all right.
is that
he going to
gonna
jump?
land?
Oh, no!
And
He
that
stuck
worked.
around.
Wow. What a move right there by SilentsReturn
And
with the Reiko.
And about Reiko's final blow, fatal blow, technically can also hit high in a jump in if you hold up.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that's the mix-up. It's either you stay on the ground and you get grabbed, or if you try to jump away, he can hold up and still be able to hit it as well.
Okay. That's really, really, really interesting. That he's able to do that, especially on a jump in. So he's able to essentially anti-air that.
Yes, he can.
Use that fatal blow. Wow.
Oh my God!
Okay, 50% right by Raiden right there.
Oh my God! Turkey!
Turkey is upset.
Oh my God!
Turkey is upset. Wow.
Wow. Good.
50% in the corner.
And the pressure. It just
And-
didn't look like it was ending.
And he still has meter to use for this round, which is very important. And Striker right there making a way for Reiko to get his offense started. Gets the punish right there. Yeah, Reiko definitely looks fun in this game.
Oh, he's a blast. Just a little too slow for my liking, but a fun character to watch nevertheless. I always appreciate watching a character get scooped.
Okay, and Reiko not blocking on wake up. That health lead has completely deteriorated.
Oh, wait a second. Turkey might take this.
Yeah, this is over with. Wow. Yeah, he was upset. He was definitely upset after that. And you've seen that massive comeback. And that, I think what kickstarted that comeback there was the 50% damage combo.
That was really
In the
nice,
corner.
especially in
That
the
was
corner. It
ridiculous.
looked absolutely oppressive. All right, Silent looking like he's taking to the character screen, help break up that momentum a little bit. Get an opportunity to recollect himself.
Yeah. You know, I always tell people that want to compete in this game, sometimes that main screen is your best friend. You need to take a breather sometimes because these are some high-level matches that you're playing. You got to take a breath and just give your thoughts a chance to recollect. So.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're playing these matches, remember, it's not a race to see who finishes first. If you need to take a second to recollect yourself, by all means. You know, I can't recall the longest set that I've ever seen, but you know, it's not like games before that most matches would take. Like I think Tekken 7 has a tendency of taking a really long time for sets to finish out, because I think most of them they're set to 3 rounds in that game. So, you know, MK1 here, you know, matches end up really quickly. It's just surprising that it stuck to the 3 out of 5 rule set for these for the sets in tournament. Oh, good block there by SilentsReturn.
Good defense there by Silence. Let's see if he has the composure to land this combo. He's going to need a little more than another one of those combos to take this round, but the chip out catches him, the Storm Cell.
You are a formidable challenge.
Getting the last bit of damage here to close out. Now Turkey here on set point. SilentsReturn still down 2 games, or down a game, having to really dig deep. Oh, all right. Read the
He
teleport.
Definitely read that teleport there. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing enough zoning right now from Reiko here, and I think that could be the difference in this match. Starts to zone a little more.
Yeah, I think Turkey would probably have to have a hard read in order for him to be able to teleport on the Ninja Stars thing, because Reiko recovers really quickly on them too. Oh, okay. Reset. Dash in. Goes for the overhead.
Nice block. Good defense here by Turkey. Tries to go for the anti-air, but Raiden with the mind games just with the electric fly. Nice anti-air. Woo.
Love it. Anti-air 1 takes the round. We got a crowd here in the commentary area making the siren sounds as they go off.
Yeah, they definitely want to see a game 5 here.
Okay, no meter burn there. Storm Cell.
Yeah, Raiden in the corner is crazy. I'm just going to be honest.
I mean, I don't like blocking an MK, so it's any corner pressure that a character has that's like really solid is always going to be a not fun time. All right, cancels the triple sweep in the second hit.
So we got to see a little more zoning here from Reiko.
Turkey getting out of the corner area, trying to back up on some real estate, but it looks like Silent's pushing him right back to the corner now mid-screen.
And I think what Silent needs to try to do, he needs to start relying on that mix. You know, Reiko has that overhead.
Yes.
That overhead. And I haven't seen it really too often in this set. As Turkey's looking to chip him out. Gets the chip out right there.
All right, and Turkey taking the set there. Not free, though. Reiko's got a lot of damage.
He was up 1-0 in there. It looked like it was going to go his way, but, you know, great adaptation by Turkey right there, making that work.
Sometimes you have to just scare your opponent. That's how it works.
Yeah, that always works, and you definitely got to block in this game as well, or else things are going to go downhill for you. This game kind of gives me MKX vibes, because if you're not good on defense, then things can kind of go haywire for you if you're not able to defend well.
And MKX was bad, like in terms of pressure. Like that's actually one of the things that I kind of reminisce about MKX is the stamina, and how certain moves technically had the ability to cancel if you wanted to burn instead of run, which I thought was really cool. Like I think one of Takeda's variants had, like with the kunai throw, you can technically take a knee, burns half the stamina, but you get a cancel off of that.
I think I remember that. Yeah, that had to be one of the most fun characters to play in that game. Takeda. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the Shirai Ryu variation. I can't remember. MKX came out a while ago.
Well, let me think here. When did that? I think almost 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. That came out.
Came out 2014, right?
I think 2014, 2015.
Yeah, 2014 or 2015.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, I might. Chat, help me out. When did MKX get released?
But, you know, it's one of those things where, in terms of that, I remember damage in that game being, like, you were dead in probably, like, 2 mix-ups. The amount of bar that you built. There's also interactables, too, you know.
I mean, you want to talk about block damage, MKX, you're in the corner. Let's say you're just in neutral, and then you get pushed to the corner. You know how much block damage you were taking in MKX? Let's talk about Melina. You want to talk about Melina?
Oh, my God.
One of the most hated characters overall, MKX, Melina.
Scary. I mean, like, I don't, like, Melina in MK1 is actually a really good character. In terms of her extensions and some of the hit confirms that she has. She's got a lot of really good stuff in her kit. But I just think back on some of the characters from, like, MK9 and MKX.
Okay.
And, like, hopefully none of those characters ever come back.
Yeah. Any names you want to call? I didn't play MK9, unfortunately, but I know Cabal was there.
Yeah, Cabal, that's one of them.
I know Noob Saibot was there.
Oh, look at this guy. Our top 8 on loser side here, you got Kung Zero, part of the Power Surge crew. Oh, you're right there. That guy right there in the middle, that's you. Hey, I don't get it. Where'd you get the Arizona from? No, I'm good. I got this. I'm staying hydrated. Oh, you're done? Here, I got it. Cool.
All right, so it's looking like we got Zork versus Splash here.
Oh, we're subscribing to Plus?
Somebody
credit
forgot
card?
to renew their membership.
As far as MKX though, Cabal was one of them. Jax, Sonya. I know a lot of players did not like playing against Sonya. Jax was another one. I'm trying to think of other characters in that cast though. I mean, Kratos on PlayStation was completely outright banned. Like they just character was not usable.
I feel like I did miss out on some things that happened. I never, like I said, I didn't get to play MK9. I was really into 10.
10 was
And
really good.
11 was my favorite. Raiden. Thunder God, man, that was just my guy, Raiden.
Visually, 11 looked really good.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I don't know. I think by that point, the transition from 10 into 11, I couldn't gravitate towards it too much. So I only played it maybe for like halfway through its first season, and then kind of went into a fighting game route.
I think we're just having a button check here.
Absolutely. Got Splash and Zork back here on the screen, gracing our presence with their capability. And then take a quick look at the bracket and see what's updated here. So I believe once we have this match done, then I think we have Gur versus Wraith coming up afterwards.
Okay.
Which, if I remember last time I saw Gur play, he was using Gears.
Yep. He's always been faithful to Gur. That's one thing about Gur. He used them in MK11, start to finish. So I expect no different from Gur if he gets on stream.
A lot of big bodies, a lot of grappling characters. If I remember correctly, he played Bane in Injustice 1. Maybe in Injustice 2 as well. That one's a bit of a reach, so I can't. I don't think I can remember that far back.
Yeah, that's definitely a while back.
I hope we get sent on another secret mission.
Kung Lao and Kenshi, who are you giving the edge in this matchup?
I mean, I feel like Zork's Kenshi did a lot of work when he was last playing. Splash, though? I don't know. I have a feeling that the mix-up might be a little too much. A lot of layers here, especially with the Goro ambush. Razor Roof will definitely come out at points just to help kind of make it safe for Splash to be able to either take a quick step back or to be able to keep pressuring.
Yep, and Zork is looking to work his way back into this round, applying pressure with the Sento. And the Cyrax cameo as well.
All right, and Sento, he's all up front, taking a quick knee. Got touched by Kung Lao's down 3.
Yep. And just, pay attention to what Splash is doing right now. He's outspacing Kenshi because he knows once Kenshi gets close, and maybe it's the fear of that Sento, the Sento puppet. So he's doing a good job of outspacing Zork right now.
Yeah, you just don't want to be too close, and the overhead ghost is not too difficult to deal with. You just kind of slowly walk it in, make sure that you don't crouch block. That you don't have to really concern too much until you get to a point where you're close enough to Kenshi where it becomes a problem. Ooh, good breaker from Zork there. Definitely did not want to give Splash any more damage than what he's already taken.
And that looked like it could have been a hit confirm, but he's not using the Sub-Zero cameo, so he's going to be missing out on damage. Kenshi.
Absolutely. I mean, without damage, I mean, he gets a free way to activate Sento for a mix-up, even if it is on block. So it becomes a bit more of a threat, but now you're without having a cameo or a Sento until the cameo gauge comes back and complete.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people online are making their unsafe string safe with the help of their cameo. So it's definitely a tactic that I'm seeing a lot of people starting to utilize as well.
I mean, it's just another added layer of mix there.
Wow, and that Cyrax net just took forever and a day.
Yeah, he just went to the corner store, he got himself a drink real quick, came right back. Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, is he going to hit confirm this? Is the Fatal Blow to win? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's going to take that round. That was an interesting interaction. I didn't, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know exactly what was going on there. The EX hat spin, I didn't even know that you can actually move that, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't played Kung Lao ever in MK, but I am seeing a lot of people use him. He offers a lot of good offensive tools as well. I mean, his cameo is even pretty strong.
Oh yeah, Kung Zero runs double out, which the pressure from low hat and everything else in between, it's just a tough time to deal with. All right, Splash.
One thing I noticed about Splash is that he's not looking for the big damage combos. He's looking for the consistent 31% BNBs that's getting your health down.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to put it into perspective, if you look at it on paper, you guess wrong twice, you die. And, you know, with having that layer of offense, it makes it that much easier for you to have your opponent guessing correctly by, you know, just kind of throwing it out. And again, with the wake-up reversal.
Oh my God, is this a comeback? And the damage being done by Kenshi and Cyrax. Zork looking to make a great comeback from this round. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Oh my God.
That was so close to not making it, but Zork taking the round here. But now does not have access to Fatal Blow for the rest of the match. So you got to make it count.
And that's the sacrifice that you make when you use your Fatal Blow. Sometimes you have to use that Fatal Blow or else you won't make it to the other round. And that was just one of those scenarios there.
All right, blocks the overhead. Raise the roof, not ambushing Kenshi, but Splash managing to get some sort of offense in. Quick reset here.
And we got a big crowd in here looking at these guys. This looks like ECT in the commentary area, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, especially when you got the people crowding around the stage, rooting for their favorite player, or hoping that their the character they don't like is going to get bodied.
Yeah. Seems like a mixture of both of those, you know? Oh wow, and the Kenshi onslaught is continuing to happen. Zork is just showing that pressure by Kenshi, but Splash is one hit confirm away. And he gets the OS, and he doesn't need to use Fatal Blow to win this round, and he just, wow, that was amazing.
Really good acknowledgement by Splash here, taking the second round here in this match.
Yeah, it looks like Splash is going to gain a lot of momentum from winning that round alone. But let's see if Zork is able to hang in there and rely on his cameo. Bring the cameo out. I'm not seeing a lot of synergy between him and Cyrax right now. So let's see if he's able to bring that cameo out a little more to help him out in this round.
Absolutely. Forward throw keeps him full screen. All right, Cyrax activating Sento here on block. Managed to catch the jump back. Unfortunately, Sento's still taking a breather.
A lot of fast-paced action right now in this last round. Zork is looking to make this a 1-1 scenario, which would be way more manageable than a 0-2 scenario.
Yeah, Splash.
A lot of block pressure.
Splash trying to keep it very short and sweet, not overextending too much, making sure that anything that Zork will do, he'll be just ready for the punish.
Yeah, a lot of good pressure here by Splash, and Zork doesn't look like he's going to get the meter in time here before taking a lot of damage.
Oh, manages to get the hat off full screen just before the command throw from Kenshi.
Splash doesn't even need to press any buttons here. He can just time him out here. 8 seconds left.
All right, some Sento mix, just trying to get something started, but unfortunately the time's going to hit first.
And he gets timed out.
Splash taking the mental victory, I would consider at that point, all things considering.
As you see that that sigh of relief as on Splash's face, this game, oh my God, it takes a lot mentally. And as you look at Zork right now, just taking a breather, resting at the main screen right now, getting his thoughts collected.
Trying to review the match and see at what point would he be able to make any sort of a different approach, maybe a different call. But as far as I can see from my point, I mean, he's playing the match as he absolutely needs to. But maybe a small micro adjustment here, be able to take it.
And it's carried to the corner again. That relentless pressure by Splash. He's just dedicated to this character. He was using this character before MK1, you know. So character loyalists, they are definitely a mainstay in the Mortal Kombat franchise.
Goes a long way. I mean, it's it's hard to say that if you don't stick with one character, if you will, you won't be successful just because, you know, I feel like you don't have to really work too much as far as transitioning from one game to the next. All right, activating Sento point blank.
A lot of pressure right now. Think he can make something happen here?
Zork trying to make splash crack here. Manages to get additional and restores the Sento gauge, but it's not going to get pushed back to the corner here.
It's going to come down to this right now. How longer is Sento going to be able to stay out? And Adrian, he looks like he was punching. Oh,
yeah.
And he punched right. Did you notice one thing? I noticed that fatal blows are not armored as much in this game as they were.
I think it starts at frame 7 now. So if it's a meaty, I think the workaround was they were trying to make it so that if you they don't want it to just be like a reactionary thing. You have to kind of put some thought into it. So definitely not something you would want to do if somebody's already putting a string out there in in mid-set.
You use it. So it's interesting you say that because fatal blows help a lot of people win games. You ever heard of wake up fatal blow? It's a real thing. But in this game, I don't think it exists as much.
No. I mean, if it's like a really long active or a long startup, then you can get away with it. But not so much in this game. Oh no, a second opportunity, unfortunately, gets stuffed again.
Really unfortunate there for Zork. Definitely looks to be a little disappointed after how that set went there. But that's how it goes. You just got to dust yourself off and go on to the next set. Really good neutral right there in offense by Splash.
Splash really controlling a lot of that, and any opportunity that Zork had to send Sento out. I think even so, you would see the Cyrax at least go out for the block and then activation right there. So like he definitely knew what he needed to do, but Splash's defense just seemed like it was just really airtight.
Yeah. So
we'll most likely be seeing him, probably, let's see, in this particular bracket, he's in winners finals of this pool. So
yeah,
just kind of scooting along just in his next match before top 8.
Yeah, that was definitely a good set, and if I'm correct, we should have Gur and Wraith next, unless they played already. Gur, the faithful Geras main. Although I will admit, I think Gur's voice actor from MK11 should have came back. If people don't realize, the guy that's playing, that's voicing Geras right now is the guy that voiced Kotal Khan in MK11. And
really?
I think yeah, if you pay attention to the when he talks, me personally, I like the Geras voice actor way better.
Yeah, Kotal was one of my favorites, but I think from 11, I did like Geras' voice actor from that one.
Yeah, I'm disappointed they didn't bring him back, but it is a new era, so hey, it wasn't my rules.
This is all Earthrealm and Liu Kang's vision, which I think even that in of itself is just really crazy to think just how far the game has come in terms of story and everything in between. You love to see it.
Did you, by the way, did you see that Omni-Man trailer?
My initial thoughts were I thought he was going to be like a Superman, like from Injustice carried over into it, but he looks absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, that character.
He looks strong already, and I don't know. I think the suit is too tight, though. Just a little advice. The suit is way too tight, bro. Like, you got to, just a little advice for you right there.
It's a little too real for 3D, unfortunately. In the source material, it's totally fine, but when you start to put a 3D model on it,
yeah,
even down to the mustache.
Yeah, they definitely. I think this is one of the most aesthetically. This game it looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Overall, like MK11 looked really good, but I mean compared to this game, just visuals, background, stages. You can even see what everyone else is doing in the background in the stage, and it looks so good,
I mean, MK1 is just very well lit.
Yeah.
By comparison to some of the previous MKs, which are like very dark by design. But everything in this game, just visual fidelity, the quality, audio, everything. It's just it's probably I think the best in the series to date. And that kind of goes without saying, considering the game has always been, or the series has always been a visual, kind of a key point.
And that was a quick cameo call. If you pay attention to that, you'll see that Unjust rocking with Kenshi turned on that Sub-Zero Ice Vest really, really quick there.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with any of the projectiles, especially from Raiden, which has a fair amount of them.
Yeah, he definitely does. Nice whip punish there by Unjust, looking to start off the Sento pressure.
Unfortunately dropping the Sento combo here, but managing to bait Turkey into getting an additional attack up. Hits him with the mid.
Yeah, blocking those things at both of those things at once just seems like it's not fun at all. Nice flawless block.
Yeah, good blocks by MightyUnjust here.
Okay, gonna get a fatal blow hit confirmed. Yep. This might kill, honestly. It does that much damage that it might kill.
I'm thinking it might. I'm pretty convinced.
This thing does a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
Wow, it was so close.
Oh, so close.
Oh my god. Wow.
But the dash up back four will take care of that, and Turkey taking the first round here in the set. Oh no, he misses the cameo pickup.
Drops it. I'm gonna have to look into Sub-Zero as a cameo. He looks really looks viable.
Oh yeah, I think for Kenshi, that's just I think it's a very popular cameo pick. But it also depends on your playstyle. I mean, if you're looking for combo extensions or just an easier way of being able to get Sento out with being able to get at least some startup damage, it's a way to go. Especially saying, I think most people jump to zoning Kenshi out. So, you know, with being able to get that, the triple overhead, finally going low.
Yeah, he's definitely not blocking overheads here. Not used to seeing Unjust in this type of predicament here, but a lot of pressure being placed on by Turkey right here.
Cancel the lift air into the force palm. Trying to make it remotely safe.
Yep, looking to get in close. A lot of Raidens tend to run away in this game. It's something that you want to enforce when you have the life lead with it.
Oh yeah, I mean if you don't have to work for it, I wouldn't condone it. You work smarter, not harder. Empty jump throw.
You jump into throw.
Tons of health to spare though.
Oh boy. Yep, you knew he was going to use it, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so.
I mean, depending on how close he lands, I mean, it could be like the difference of maybe 1 or like 2 hits. Because Sento's still out. Oh no, he's not going to get it.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
That was crazy close.
Wow.
I got a crowd of people hitting here, watching the matches.
Yeah, a lot of fast-paced MK1 action right now. They're fighting in a new era, and this is just going crazy. I think it's just a lot of first-game jitters, especially when you got that camera right in your face.
Oh yeah. You're playing for an audience of people. It's always gonna have that's already 2 mental stacks right there. MightyUnjust doing an insane amount of wave dashing here just to make sure that he keeps his guard up for any sort of string that Turkey can start up with. Blocks the low. Syra still keeping the pressure up though. Oh, that backdash, that was sick.
That was a really good backdash. Kenshi doesn't look like the fastest character in this game, but he does have good backdashing.
Oh, meter burns for the ground bounce, pushing Turkey all the way to the end of the screen. And now, Unjust giving Turkey a little bit of his own medicine.
Yep. Now he's playing Runaway. That ice vest.
Oh, catches the jump in.
Yep. You remember when I was telling you earlier about trying to get in against Kenshi?
Yep.
How hard you have to work. And this is just on full display right now. And he gets the corner positioning.
Alright, Turkey more than likely going to have to make a mild adjustment here to try to get everything back and going. Seems like MightyUnjust seeing the way and how he has to play the matchup here. But we also we've seen Turkey turn it on. Might need to get a little mad to get there, but
he needs to get mad like he was getting mad against Zork. And look at the Cyrus cameo whipped again. As I did state before, it's not really a consistent tool if you're looking for damage.
A little back and forth action here from MightyUnjust. Starting with Sento here in the strings. Oh, all right.
Wow. And the pressure, unrelentless pressure from the Mighty Unjust.
And really good corner control with the damage with Sento out and really trying to keep Turkey from jumping out. I mean, it's exactly the type of adjustment that you want to make, especially in a mid-set. And Unjust looking like he might be able to take it, but let's see what Turkey's got for it.
Wow. Was that a miss? Was that an error? Input error there?
A missed high with a punish.
Yeah, I think it definitely was. Yeah, and that's just Raiden's game to, you know, abuse that Storm Cell string.
And I think that third hit's safe, isn't it, on that sweep? Or at least
yeah, I believe it should be. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, yep. But you can't hit confirm into anything with it.
Oh, okay, double overhead. We're gonna do the same thing. And, you know, even though he hasn't managed to get a hit, Turkey has just been sitting there slowly chipping away at Mighty Unjust's health just from your chip damage alone.
Yeah, and that just speaks to, you know, Raiden, his viability in his game. He's very viable with that that Storm Cell. You know, it takes a lot of health from you as he looks to end the round.
Well, manages to get the Sub-Zero cameo out from behind.
At .11 health. Does he make his comeback?
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for the Superman to come out.
Yeah.
Combat honors me.
Round 2, fight.
All right, now Turkey looking to, with the round up here, try to keep a nice position, not to overextend too much. Knows that Unjust will definitely keep blocking low. Oh, there we go. Starts his offense here. He's got tons of meter to burn, too. Easily can make this 500.
Wow. 499 damage. That's insane, man.
I see how it is, Turkey.
He is just applying pressure with Raiden, showing how viable he is. I mean, it's about time Raiden was good in MK Mortal Kombat, man.
Well, Raiden's always been like a good, you know, a good knowledge check character for people who might not know how to play against him, but I think if you put him up against like top 10 characters, it usually becomes a bit of a question on if it's the character or the player.
In this Mortal Kombat one?
Oh, in previous ones.
In previous, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think Raiden has always looked like a strong character, but, you know, to those who know.
Yeah, not really.
Raiden. Johnny Cage.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, he's got the Johnny out. I think this is going to be the first time I'm seeing him play Johnny Cage. So, Unjust is in a tough situation here, being down 2-1, and he's going to be sacrificing that those projectiles with Sento for no projectiles with Johnny.
But without projectiles, you get everything in offensive pressure and mobility. Johnny Cage is definitely one of the better characters to do it here in MK1.
Yep, and a lot of plus frames too. His single button, his single buttons have a lot of plus frames on it. I think, for example, stand 2, at least like +4, if I'm not mistaken, which makes no sense.
Oh, activates the bar here for the ground bounce on Cyrax.
Wow, that Johnny Cage pressure. It's looking like it's paying off so far for the Mighty Unjust, and he's working with the corner position in here. Let's see if he's able to complete this this comeback here in this set.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
All right, throw
Nice
break.
tech.
Oh,
Okay, you can punish that. Wow.
Reads it with the shadow kick.
I mean, just pay attention for a second how much block damage you take when you're going up against Johnny Cage on block. Just look at the block damage.
Unjust, it looks like he hasn't even stopped. Finally with a breakup in his offensive pressure here. Turkey having an opportunity to take his turns. Double overhead, there we go. But now having to wait for his Cyrax to come back. Using all of his meter for the breaker here. Oh, counter, slide right behind.
Whiffing, oh. You know, are you familiar with Raiden MK11?
No, MK11, unfortunately, I get completely lost, so it'll be new to me if you mention anything.
Yeah, so Raiden has this his best string in
and Mortal Kombat 11 was back 1-2. I feel like you don't have that luxury in this game of having a lot of whiff punish tools. He also had a staff that he doesn't have in this new era as well.
Got it.
Those are what you want to, what you used in Mortal Kombat 11 to get those whiff punishes with Raiden, and now he doesn't really have any of those tools.
Right. Okay. So like, in order for him to be able to like have any sort of forward advancing, some
forward
of those
advancing
tools,
mids, yeah, exactly.
he kind of lost out on into MK1.
I mean, I think Raiden's fastest mid is like 16 or 18 frames. That the forward 2, if I'm not mistaken, is like 16 or 18 frames. But I do miss MK11 Raiden with that back 1-2 string and the back 1-4 string.
Always go-tos, especially for most characters in this game, is either your back 1-2 or your 1-2s or any sort of the your quickest options to be able to sit there and try to hit confirm or be able to just layer pressure to make sure that your opponent's not taking their turn back. Turkey using his Cyrus to cover some of his offensive approach here, trying to bait Unjust to do anything that he shouldn't be. But here we go. Here comes the Johnny pressure.
Yep. Here comes the Johnny pressure, and here comes the runaway by Turkey. How awesome is this stage, man, and the stage music, man?
It definitely is suiting the mood here in terms of the level of tension going on between these two. And Turkey just playing the runaway game.
And chipping him out. Oh, misses on that last bit of damage right there.
And I saw that Johnny was backdashing but still staying in place, so the Storm Cell has a pull that they slowly slide into.
Oh my god, and he broke that. And he broke that with 1 second left. That could have got ugly right there.
Really
what
smart
a way
stuff for
to
Turkey.
hold on. Wow. What a way to hang on there by Turkey.
Oh no. Turkey letting go of the block there, but manages to escape the pressure here from Unjust. Oh, here confirm. And Unjust coming in with the pressure.
I mean, I don't feel bad anymore. You know why? I'm not seeing a lot. I have not seen one unblock in this set. So I mean, if you're asking me personally, I think flawless blocking was a way better mechanic, and they should have brought it back. Flawless block punishing when someone jumps in.
It's it's hard to keep in mind that you have tools like up blocking, especially when you have to worry about your opponent's ground game being so incredibly airtight. But Unjust really just having to take an opportunity to get some sort of hit confirm off to get the amount of damage that Johnny can't put out.
He has to work so hard to move in against Raiden. I mean, like I said, I like the Kenshi matchup better. I know it wasn't going your way, but I like the Kenshi matchup better because you always have the threat of Sento. Now, you don't have that much to work with.
Oh, and Unjust unfortunately taking the L to Turkey just at the very last second. But played it very well. A good switch to Johnny was a promising pick after Turkey took the second game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not enough to be able to clinch it. So
yep.
Good stuff to Turkey for taking and advancing in his tournament run. And he will be going up against, actually, was that let's see, where were we on that? Might be in a different bracket, if I'm not mistaken.
It looked like it just vanished for some reason. Oh, like, check out top 8.
Let's see here.
No.
That must have been in one of the other pools. Let's take a quick look here. Pool 1B. Oh, okay, got it. Yep. So. Got it. Yeah, that was from pool 1B. We were looking at B2 the entire time.
Oh. Yeah, that was because those two played, I guess.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We were looking for the Splash versus Gur, which I think that might be what we're getting next.
Okay. And that is going to be a really, really cool set. The Garrus main versus the Kung Lao main.
Playing against Garrus is like the most jarring experience just because he has so many like visually confusing moves between him weaving in and out, like the hourglass and changing into sand and then adjusting the camera.
Yeah, I haven't played him yet on in MK1. Played as him or played against him, but he does have some cool looking special moves.
Like, really awesome character. Great addition to the very colorful cast of the Mortal Kombat universe. Oh, nice. And for those of you tuning in, we are here at MKNJ here up in Helix eSports in North Bergen, New Jersey. Probably some of the finest players that we have here in the tri-state area. People from New York, from Pennsylvania,
Yep.
Jersey especially.
Yep, definitely. A lot of competition here coming out early on to show off their skills here in MK1.
Absolutely.
Everybody's just prepping right now for ECT. It's going to be huge. You're going to see a lot of pros there, a lot of up-and-comers there. Everybody's going to have a chance to shine at ECT.
Yep, and ECT being the first stop along the pro competition 23-24. So if you haven't already, I'm pretty sure I think the registration's closed by now. I know that they mentioned that they had put an extension out, so double check that if you were looking into it. Otherwise, I know that there'll be a slew of online competitions with some local majors coming up as well, so just keep an eye on that. But it's me, Libra, we're here with True Crime commentating in your pools C and D. And
Yeah.
we're getting ready for the next matchup coming up.
Been a pretty intense day so far, even in the casuals, you know. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the competition increases there, man.
Yo, top 8's going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's,
That's like the one thing I'm looking forward to is just seeing how this all plays out towards the end. Because if the matches we're getting now are this close, and we're still in like what, the semifinals matches in some of these pools,
yeah.
top 8
This
is going to be ridiculous.
This is going to be pretty good here. We got Garrus here, and I said Garrus. Might as well call him Garrus. He's definitely loyal to Garrus. So
Garrus.
we got Gur and we got Splash. So this is going to be, this can go either way, man. You know what I'm saying? Two great players right here.
Garrus is such a cool looking character, man.
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of gives me like this half Android vibe, but like just like omnipotent type of situation got going on there.
All right, let's see. We got a button check right here. Yeah, I haven't tried Garrus out, man. It's just, you know, when games release, it's always hard to try more than one character.
Oh, yeah. So I like the fact that most of these fighting games nowadays are coming out with trials just to get an idea of how characters work. And, you know, to be completely transparent, to figure out how most of the cast works, that's exactly what I did as far as being able to get some information on how everybody plays is play the trials.
Yeah.
Especially with MK, I think they only have about 7 per each character, so they're not super long. And they give you an idea of what the kind of the general flow is with what cameos that they're anticipated to use on those. So, you know, if you're soul searching, that's definitely a way of looking into it.
Yep, it's Kodo Khan.
Yeah, you're right. I hear it now.
Yeah.
When's Kodal coming back?
Interesting, right? Really interesting.
That's one of my favorite characters from MKX for sure, especially Sun God variant.
Yeah, he is definitely a popular character back in the day. All right, so here we go.
All right, and looks like they're underway. Splash already sticking to his game plan here. Playing a bit of the keep away. But I'm pretty sure that I know that Gur has some means of, Garrus rather. Here you got me going doing it now.
Yeah, man, it always happens.
Garrus has means of being able to deal with the keep away with his kit as well. And just as I mentioned, man, it's, like I said, a visually jarring character to look at because 1 second you're mid-screen and then you're flying towards the corner and there he is right there to meet you.
Yep. That was a cool taunt there. Nice flawless block there, preventing any chip damage from the flying hat. Yeah, Garrus just, I mean, if you're not familiar with this matchup, it looks like it can be a headache because I know he has a command grab. He has those sand stuff. I don't know exactly what they do yet. The game is still pretty new. But I know they definitely can confuse somebody that's unfamiliar with them.
And it looks like Splash is actually being a bit more aggressive in this particular matchup, not really sticking too far to the screen. as Gur has been able to make his way in to really pressure him. So it's interesting how, you know, even just within the matchup, you can see that Splash has that capability of being able to play either defensively or, you know, full offense. And Gur taking a page out of Splash's book, just trying to keep him out. Doesn't want to have anything to do with Splash's up close pressure.
And he's using that Kung Lao cameo to keep him at bay with the down hat.
Well, you are your own worst enemy, I would say.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how Splash adapts here after that that first game.
Gur just looking like he's in the moment there.
Yeah, he's just locked in. He's locked in. He's got his playlist on. He is locked in. Trust me. He wants the first place today.
And probably, I think, one of the few talents here in this tournament that probably has that capability of doing it. There's a lot of big players here.
Yeah, it's a lot of people here, so definitely want to see how Splash is able to adapt here going up against himself in that cameo.
Ooh, that scramble looked really messy, but Splash getting a back throw off of it just to go ahead and reset the pressure. But here we go, Gur with the time stop mechanic, opting just to let him fall to the ground and lay pressure with the low hat. Got to hold the block there on that third hit.
Look at the damage from Gur right now, man. He is not playing around. 36% damage. You're not going to last too long in the rounds if you're eating that every time.
Absolutely not. Especially considering that the amount of health that you're starting off with the Goro assist. I mean, you already have 50 less HP than what you normally would have, so it's something you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, and this is winner's final. I just realized it. This is winner's final of this pool, right?
Yep. Winner essentially will move on to top 8 after this match, whereas the other one will have, I think, 2 more matches to play just before they get into the losers finals of that bracket side. So it's going to be really tight for both of these players to try to make it out. Ooh, sweeping low there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure going on right now between Garrus and Kung Lao, as Splash is just trying to give himself a chance and get close. But, you know, these mind games that Gur's playing, it's making it hard for him to get close. Wow. And the Kung Lao cameo finishes off the round. Wow.
And Gur consistently going to that overhead that Garrus has, and you know, it seems like that's been the one thing that Splash has been having difficulty dealing with, is trying to react or even just be aware that that's an option on the table for Gur, especially with the with being able to sit there to deal with that and the low hat.
Yeah, it's a headache, man. You know? I'm not too familiar with Garrus's moves yet, but yeah, like you said, that mix-up, it definitely can cause problems.
I do know that he does have, I think it's a 1-2 into grab string as one of his sets. So I don't know if that grab goes through, if it's technically on block. I feel like it should, in theory, because it's a means of being able to kind of keep you in check to see whether or not if you're going to, you know, if you get hit or if you don't.
Okay.
But, you know, Garrus has a very interesting moveset that's, you know, in some aspects very unique to him and him alone. There we go, right back into that overhead I was mentioning, especially with the low hat kind of just masking the area. It's really tough to be able to walk in on that. But Splash making the switch over to using double Kong here.
Which is definitely an interesting pick.
Saying that maybe if the reverse cameo trying to get Garrus into blocking some of his stuff might work out for him in the long term. Splash making some good blocks here. Good opportunity to sit there and offer some pressure.
Yep. Garrus is just playing that keep away game. You have to get, you know, one thing I noticed is when you play against Gur, you got to get through an obstacle course to get near him. So it's a lot of mind games here. And Garrus looks like he has a lot of those special moves that's making it hard for him to get close, start his offense.
And it's that overhead that keeps getting Splash.
Is that a special move overhead? Is that just a regular combo?
You know, I would probably think that it's special for the amount of times that it's just been kind of done at an approach, and I think he has done it on some occasions where the low hat has come out, but your guess is as good as mine, to be honest with you. That could be like his forward 4 for all I know.
Yeah, only one way to find out. You gotta laugh. You know. It looks like he has a move that allows him to counter the special moves of the opponent as well. Geras.
This is such an interesting character to
Yeah.
watch.
And Gur is showing you, you know, that he knows his character inside and out. You know, as he hasn't lost a round yet against Splash. I don't think has.
No, it's a very good point. I think he may have had at least one round taken off of him, but for the most part, he's seemed fairly dominant in this match.
Yeah, he's showing you why he's in winners finals right now.
And a quick back pedal to the full screen. The hat was still on.
Oh, and that's going to be a punish. You better take that opportunity to use that fatal blow, but it gets broken there.
Unfortunate to be able to get the damage in. And Gur taking the set 3-0 over Splash.
Yeah, his moves just look like so cool and interesting, Geras. I won't lie to you there.
And he's just like such a big character, like just much larger than life. I don't know. I think they did a really awesome job with Geras in general.
Yeah, his design definitely carried over from MK11. He's definitely one of the cooler characters in the cast. I'll definitely agree with that there.
And see, even after that, he's Gur sharing some of the tools and the tricks that he's got in his up his sleeve, which is awesome.
With Splash, yep.
You just got to know sometimes, and you know you won't know unless you ask. So it's actually part of one of the cool things about being in any community is that you have a lot of players that will dispense a wealth of knowledge if you approach them, and you know we're all people.
Yep.
We're not. We don't see ourselves larger than anything than you coming out. Which if anybody ever had an opportunity or were interested in coming out to any of those events, highly encourage it.
Definitely.
MK, Street Fighter, Tekken, whatever your whatever your poison is, come out, see what it's all about.
Yeah. Combat League can only get you so far, man. You know, if you want to compete in this game, you gotta come out to these offline tournaments and test your might.
Oh man, yeah. I really wonder if that overhead is a special or not. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's a good point. He looks like a tough character to defend against so far. The Geras.
So let's see here. Just taking a look at some of the brackets here. So we just have the winners finals of that pool. So depending on who they start up with, we have about 6 more matches coming up.
Okay.
So it's mostly the 2 matches, the loser quarters in each pool, then loser semis, and then losers final in each pool, which MKNJ is sitting in losers finals in his pool currently, and Splash will be sitting in losers in his pool after just playing Gur.
Interesting.
Yeah, once they get that all updated.
Okay.
So, True Crime, tell me, if you have a wish list of returning Mortal Kombat characters, who would you want coming back to MK1?
That's tough, man. Okay. Well, honestly, I want to see what's this guy's name from MKX? Shinnok. He's at the top of my list. You gotta bring Lord Shinnok back.
Shinnok would be wild.
You gotta bring Shinnok back. I don't like Quan Chi's design. I think he looks weird in this game. Have you seen him?
He does. So in this game, he looks. I mean, he's different, yes, but I definitely feel where you're coming from. When they first show him in the story, it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, that is Quan Chi, but not like the Quan Chi that I remembered.
Yeah, I don't remember that Quan Chi. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, I know I'm forgetting some people, but I definitely want them to bring back Shinnok. Takeda's coming back already.
Yeah, so we're good there.
So, I mean, there's got to be some more characters that I'm leaving out here.
I mean,
Noob Saibot,
so
I
Noob
want
would
him
be cool.
back. I want him back.
Like to see the that that smoke shroud that he throws, so you
he's
unblockable.
definitely-
You don't do damage.
Yeah, I like Noob Saibot a lot.
There's a character that I'm thinking about from Deception, which was that's going back a ways, but you know, since they mentioned Havoc being the he's of the Chaos realm, that they had a parallel to him named Hotaru, which was a character that was based in the Order realm in the lore, which his design was actually really cool looking, considering he had like his armor was outfitted with like as a flag bearer.
Okay.
And I don't remember the weapon that he gave, since everybody in MK Deception had a unique weapon to them and as part of their movesets. And I think he used a katana. I'm not sure. But his character design, if you ever think in terms of like, if you've ever played The Witcher, Witcher 3,
Okay.
the main character, Geralt, has like the long silver hair with like the up ponytail. That's kind of what Hotaru looks like, but he's like decked out in like
I heard of Hotaru.
black and gold armor, which is like a really, really cool design.
Okay.
I would like to see him back.
Interesting.
And as far as any other characters, maybe some of the robots.
Yeah. I mean, I think Cyrax's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I like the robot design and things like that.
Oh, and we got
Those
Arma
are
here.
what the winners are going to be getting.
Showing off some of the drip. So, first place gets this trophy to walk away with. And then we also got this for the top 8 finalists. And I think he had something cooking up special for UMK3. I know that I saw that they had a...
I think they had something going on there.
Like
I heard they had an MKX bracket, though.
Oh,
is that what it is?
Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah.
I think somebody
I don't
want
to give this back, man. I gotta earn one of these, man. I gotta get back on the sticks.
Maybe we
Look
get
at
one
this.
for commentary. That'd be dope.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we definitely deserve that.
And he took first place. I took places 2 through 8, so we're good.
Yeah, this is a really neat, something nice to put on the on the stand,
Oh yeah.
Well deserved.
I mean, it looks great in your stream setup. Have that posted up on the background. Let the people know. Oh, there we go. See, this is what I wanted to see.
Okay.
Yo, Katana. This
Interesting
character,
pick right there.
She is such a hybrid in this game.
Okay.
A little bit
doing
of
a button check here, or is it actual?
That's what it looks like. But Katana's just a really, really nice character. I played against one in Rank.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I'm only, I think, in combatant, so I'm just getting the lay
you're
of the
just
land.
getting into it.
But the one that I played, I mean, as streamlined as it was, I felt like I couldn't do anything.
Okay.
Even when it had like armor options, I felt like there was a way around that the Katana had already mapped out. If I was going to do like a wake-up armor move or something like that, it was just rough.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you don't really see a lot of people using that character, so it could be you're not familiar with that matchup.
Oh no,
but,
absolutely not. Like, I'm trying to approach, but I feel like every time when I had some forward advancement that she was just behind, I think probably with her back two, it pretty much would take the, yep, there we go. That's exactly
what
the
it is
move
right
it
there.
was.
Okay. Is that her best strength?
See, that's the thing. I'm not entirely too sure. Still a little unfamiliar with it since it's a character you don't see very often. But, I mean, her damage output is really good.
40% right there.
And off of one bar, barely. And Jax to sit there and cover for an unblockable.
Yep. He tried to bring the Jax cameo out there, but it's a little too late there. Now he's going to start applying pressure with the Sento.
Little corner throw manages to keep the meter, though. Center just disappearing here.
Yep, a lot of pressure here. Okay, is he going to go into Fatal Blow here? He drops the combo in the corner. Not a really good time to drop that combo. Zork is looking to keep that pressure there, but he has to look out for the wake-up attacks. They're pretty strong in this game.
Right, Zork taking that round here. Start off his losers tournament set. Winner does go home. So these guys are playing.
Yeah, Katana definitely looks like she's not that fun to play against. Just going off what you see from the good Katana players, they're able to just mix you up.
And Zork probably knowing that too, not going to give Guanchada any opportunity to get any of that offense going. So manages to take the first round.
I know we've been playing on the same stage. What do you think about this? We've been playing on the same stage for probably the past 20 matches.
I mean, it's it's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where they only play on Bond Wonderland. Might be the easiest stage to play to be able to identify everything that's going on, be it projectile or that. That's usually my assumption.
Is it preset here?
Well, I don't think so. I think you can pick the stages because we've seen other stages. I think we were in Dead Forest in one of the matches, but I think we just noticed the stage because it's in the forefront of our minds.
Yeah.
Plus, everything is, like I said, it's a lot more brighter here, so chances are you might see it. And Guanchada, I think, might being able to, throw out the far fans to maybe set up something there. But, Zork trying to keep that block on, so this way is not going to give Guanchada any opportunity to do more damage.
I do notice that it takes a while for Senso to come out, so he's definitely mindful of those setups and those gaps and when he's able to bring Senso out.
Awesome trade there by Guanchada taking the round here in the second game.
Round 2, fight.
Zork looking really strong though, but who knows? Maybe Guanchada figured it out.
Yeah, maybe he just did. As the Jax cameo is looking like it's helping out a lot. Katana right there. Wow.
Jax said he had enough, but he's still out there.
All right, and some good pressure right now by Zork, looking to battle his way back into this game, down 1-0 with low health here.
Guanchada's sitting on a fair amount of meter too now, not with a cameo, but you still do have a means of being able to break out some of the. Oh no! See there.
Empty jump
up throw.
Yep. I'm telling you, a lot of people start using that. Look, he tried to up block there. He's seen his character looking up just now.
And we're out. Now Katana getting all that real estate back to be able to sit there and work out her best game.
Yep. And all he had to do there was zone, and that is just exactly what he did. So you have to think right now in a 1-1 situation if Zork is thinking of switching his cameo.
I mean, Sub-Zero would probably be a really good pick in this particular matchup, just considering all the projectiles that Guanchada has been throwing out. So it would make sense. But, if the offensive pressure lands, I mean, we're easily talking about 70% that Zork can get on just one guess.
Yeah.
And, at that point, do you have to work that hard? No, probably not. But I think that's what Zork is trying to really hope to settle on.
Yeah. One thing I realized about this game, this isn't MK11. This is not your traditional Mortal Kombat where you're 1v1 against your opponent. You have to work together with your cameo to win in this game. And you look at the guys that have won in the tournament right now so far. They're working together with their cameo. They're picking the right cameo that makes a great partner with their character.
Oh, here we go. Jax is out to play. Getting one hit off of that. Oh, Guanchada managed to get the hit confirm in the corner.
Drops the fatal blow.
But the tried and true down 2 sits there and closes out the round for Zork.
Wow. Zork is looking to maintain his composure and get right back into this match.
All right, there we go. Sento's out. That pressure there, but unfortunately he's going to take a quick moment to reconsider his life choices here.
I'm definitely trying Kenshi out. I'm just letting you know. I'm definitely got to try Kenshi out. I was playing Combat League today, and my boy, do you know what my boy asked me today? He said, yo, you're not using Kenshi? That was your dude in MKX. I'm like, yeah, man, but he's kind of, his buttons feel weird. He's a little hard to use, but you know what? Sometimes you got to really be dedicated. And I'm going to definitely take a look at Kenshi after today.
He's a little different than MK1.
Yeah, he's not, an easy character to use, and that's something that you have to understand when you use before you even pick up the character. Do I want to commit my time and energy to learning him?
And if you do, I mean, Kenji's a great pick, so certainly you wouldn't be at any sort of deficit for doing so.
Okay, is he going into Fatal Blow? He drops it. He dropped it.
Guanchada also not too far behind, but unfortunately the Cyrax net comes
Fatal
out.
Blow time. Fatal Blow time.
Oh, and he doesn't have any meter.
And he doesn't have any meter. He doesn't have any meter, and it's looking like this is going to be a 2-1 lead by Zork.
This is definitely going to kill.
Oh my God, it didn't kill.
It
didn't kill.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And the cameo coming in just in time. Look, it had me fooled when I thought that he was going to kill. It definitely didn't kill. It had me fooled, all right? So that's my mistake right there.
I didn't think it was going to, a commentator's curse, you know. Shame on us for assuming that that was going to take him out.
Commentator's curse.
All right, so we got Zork up 2, Guanchada at 1.
Zork is up 2.
And then Guanchada going out for the simple bread and butter.
Yep.
Not the one that would consistently see about 400, but here we go. Gotcha grab into the corner.
Katana's definitely not an overpicked character, but she definitely looks like she's fun to use.
I mean, there's at least like 4 characters I probably want to play as soon as I get home after this tournament.
Yeah, I'm telling you, know what I'm saying, man? Like these guys, you know, first off, I got a couple things on my checklist. I got to transition to PlayStation 5 because I do plan on getting back in here and competing in MK1, but unfortunately there are no crossplay or Xbox tournaments.
Oh, that was dirty.
Yeah, that was kind of filthy.
That looked like mid and low at the same time.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know too much about Kenshi, but that looked like a really, really sick mix-up right there. One thing I noticed about this game is the just the effects of the look at Katana's face, for example, all that blood on her face. Like this game has so much attention to detail graphically.
She's a little battered, a little bruised.
Yeah.
But she's still putting in that fight. They're going to try to keep the fight to Zork here. Good launch, and Sento is out, so we're expecting
together.
At least 40%.
Do you think sometimes, in a way, Sento is a cameo itself?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you either have your cameo or you have Sento. It's never never both of them at the same time.
Oh, and that might be risky there. Is he going to go into the fatal blow? He's not going into it.
Oh, there we go.
Is he going to hit that? Whoa.
Oh, no.
I don't know what that was right there.
That was an attempt. Oh, Sento was trying to sneak up behind.
Whoa. What a finish right there. Zork taking the set 3-1.
Oh, man. And that's another thing, too, that even when you don't see Sento, Sento's still there.
Yeah.
He could slowly be creeping up behind you from a full screen, and you might not be aware about it.
Yeah. He looks really, really fun to use, Kenshi, man. Wow.
It's a good insurance policy to have.
Yeah, I mean, Sento being able to work together with Sento. I mean, Kenshi's definitely strong in this game.
It's my favorite buddy cop movie. Sento and Kenshi. All right, then. So that was Zork and Guanchada. So that winner will be playing against Wraith. And I think we're backpedaling a bit. I think we have right now SilentsReturn and DG Key are playing. And the winner of that match will go up against El Blaze. So it's only a matter of determining who gets on stream since I think some of those matches are being played currently. So
okay,
see what comes on next. So, Crime, tell me, was MKX your first Mortal Kombat?
Actually was Deadly Alliance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
GameCube or PlayStation 2?
Let me see. I think no, Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Xbox,
did.
Original.
Keep forgetting about the Xbox,
bro. Yeah, man. So yeah, I was definitely on that Deadly Alliance with the those gory fatalities and stuff like that, man. That still haunt me as a child. So.
You know, it's funny. I think I remember playing Deception a lot on the Xbox, and like my story with MK is that it always goes for like long periods of time where I don't touch the series and then I come back to it. But when I found out in Deception when you're playing that, I think Liu Kang dies in Deadly Alliance, and then comes back as a zombie.
Something like that. Something like that. But I know Deadly Alliance is definitely one of those MK where you get the real MK feel. No DLC characters, nothing against Terminator or nothing against, you know, Joker, but it's just completely authentic Mortal Kombat 3D characters.
Nah, it just adds to the game's umami, I think, at that point. It's a nice enhancement for attracting newer players into it, but ultimately, I mean, we all know that it's not really MK.
Yeah. All
right, so we got Wraith here and Zork. Zork just coming off of a game against Guanchada.
And I don't think this is a button check. They're going straight in.
And Wraith playing Shang, which I think this is the first Shang we've seen on this tournament stream here. And Shang's got the tools, man. He can go old, he can go young, but he's got a lot of damage.
Yeah, his character design is awesome. The young version, at least, and the old version. Yeah, they both look cool.
Yeah, and both with their own unique things. Young Shang having the almost got the conversion off of that Cyrex assist there, but Young Shang really focusing on the lateral hits, whereas if you were to doing like the Berserker Claw motion, it's just one. Yep, there you go, and that's the armored attack that he has, only in old form. So you really have to be kind of cognitive of what versions or what stance that he's technically in, as it does benefit you to have one or the other.
Yeah, he has some really good zoning as well. I'm surprised that he's not really zoning as much with Shang Tsung to prevent Kenshi from advancing full screen. And gets the whiff punish right there, which is why the zoning would have been so important in that situation.
Yep, exactly. And I do respect Zork's decision to use the Fatal Blow just so this way you have the early round advantage, because you don't want to have to sit there and try to scrap too hard, especially considering where he's at in the bracket currently. I mean, you want to try to see if you can get there as quickly as humanly possible.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, my suggestion right here to okay, that's a nice combo right there.
Okay, goes into the poison. I thought we were going to see one of those Twitter combos there with the...
I thought we almost were going to see one of those too, for you and me both, because the Shang Tsung had him in the air for a while.
All right, Sento once again in play.
His combos look so cool. Wow. I'm definitely picking this character up after this tournament.
Ooh, okay.
Just imagine, this game just came out. These guys are going fast-paced already.
Yeah, Shang is one of those characters, though, and now you might go for the combo enter into the poison vial. Oh, no!
Oh, he drops the combo. No breaker at hand, so he's going to be taking a lot of damage right now and gets the buttons to work right there.
Armor Claw out just to sit there and try to sink in the damage here. Now both of them 1 round apiece here. Now, it seems to be a pretty unanimous thing that most of the players that we've seen on stream playing against Kenshi's have just kind of been chilling from afar.
I noticed that, you know, you got to work your way in against this character. This isn't a character that you should be having an easy time to go inside and attack him.
I love that as he goes for a down 2 and Sento's slowly creeping up on Wraith here. All right. Got to come back. Oh, Cyrax net. Oh, he manages to take it now. I was going to say, when Shang Tsung does take the form of the opponent, you actually get a buff. You do more damage in that form as you're trying to play that character. But maybe Wraith wasn't prepared to play as Kenshi today, so
yeah.
we'll go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt.
That definitely is where matchup knowledge comes in. A nice breaker right there as we're coming into 30 seconds remaining in the round. Nice anti-air there by Wraith, looking to end off Zork, and he does just that with the poison. Wraith goes up 1-0.
Yeah, Shang Tsung looking mad dope in this game, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and still has the flaming skulls, even though it's a new era.
Still working with the NetherRealm folks. Oh, here we go. So realizing
okay, this is what I've been wanting to see. You know, the Sub-Zero. Every Kenshi I've played has been using Sub-Zero cameos. So, you know, it does feel weird not seeing Sub-Zero paired up with Kenshi working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention, you know, Wraith has been using a fair amount of the projectiles in the matchup, so kind of want to get yourself covered there.
Are you looking at this Kenshi movement? Wow. And he puts the ice vest on just to prevent those projectiles.
Yep, Zork slowly slowing it down just to keep it to his pace here. So this way make sure that Wraith doesn't get anything super crazy off. All right, Sento's out.
Sento is out and ready to inflict some damage.
Good back and forth here.
Wow, ooh, that's like 45% damage.
Ends it in the command throw there, gets 1 guess.
And he almost has 3 bars of full meter. Yeah,
That does a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage, man. Kenshi is really, really viable in this game. I think everybody definitely knew who they were using when they seen Sonic Fox playing this character in the stress test and the beta.
Oh yeah, it's always that's always one player that you want to keep an eye out for, because if you want to feel validated that your character choice is one that's a tournament contender,
Yep.
Sonic Fox is definitely
Just look at Sonic Fox, man. The GOAT, man.
He's been playing a lot of Rain recently, and I just character-wise, Rain is a really cool fit. It's nice to see that he's putting in a lot of attention to the character, but you know, I also heard rumblings of him looking into Natara, and I don't know if I really want that for the community at this point, because once he starts opening up Natara, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to be using a couple more characters. Like I said, I'm using Raiden right now, and he's a great character, but I definitely want to try some other characters out as well. Oh
No,
my God,
we
he's
got
looking for
those?
damage.
Oh, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's using the Senso setups. Let's go. All right, Rain.
This is
You
crazy. This is crazy.
You know enough to know the combo ender, the best possible damage option that you have. That's all you need, man. You don't need to know how to use Kenshi like that. Oh my God!
Wow. Those claws. Wow, the hitbox on that is insane. It's a down 2. Does he get that same down 2 in his original form?
So that claw, that horizontal claw that he does, that's the old Shang variant. So that's actually the only armor that he has, I think, in his whole kit. Whereas if he does that same input as Young Shang, he actually does it in like a helicopter where he starts swinging, kind of like Berserker Barrage. But if you're looking to try to, reset some offensive pressure from your opponent, you can kind of use that as a get-off-me tool.
So he does have it in his young variation.
So that's what that claw is. He does it as a 3-hitter instead of just one armored hit.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where you kind of have to be aware of how much you're pressuring, because you can do the to change to old Shang and young Shang. It's just down and stance change.
Okay.
And you can do that at any point in time. Like, you can technically jump and then you can change in midair.
Okay.
I think I'm on good authority to say that if you're even doing it in the middle of strings, because some of the strings actually change too. If you do one startup and you can change in between, it actually gets you the separate ender of the string that you're performing, which is actually really cool. There's a lot of flexibility with the character and a lot of player expression with it too.
He's causing a lot of pressure with the Kenshi Senso.
Oh! And no, wait a second. He did catch
Oh
that.
my God!
But is that going to be enough damage to take out?
Gosh.
Oh, I'm kind of wondering.
That might be a lot of damage.
Yo, that was enough. That was enough.
That's the block, and he gets the 2-0.
Oh,
Are
wow.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Wraith
That
taking
is
the
awful.
second match. Oh my God.
That is insane. That was the craziest moment. Oh my God!
Everybody in
wow.
this room were absolutely
Everybody's
astonished.
on their feet right now. Like, we just can't believe what we just saw with 1 second left. Wow.
And Zork again with that Kenshi movement. Just showing how clean he's able to get in and out of pressure here.
That claw gives him a lot of extended range on those normals as well.
Yes, especially with Young Shang, because I think at that point, I mean, you have old. Old is like kind of the better zoner of the two.
Okay.
Whereas I think Young Shang can do a lot of keep away with the horizontal skulls, but this character's got a lot. This is very deep.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of people using him.
No, this is not a character that you can pick up like in a day or two and be able to put in some work.
Yep.
You really have to play around with it and see what situations are going to best benefit you, especially being able to change in and out. And Wraith has been using a lot of the Cyrax net, not having gone to the helicopter too much. So,
All right, we got to see Zork fight back here. Is he going to use that breaker, or is he going to take the loss for the round? Yep.
depending on how I would have adjusted, maybe using the breaker, assuming that you might get the meter back. But Zork has been playing this very passively, and Wraith still sitting on full meter, had quite a bit of health in the last round too. All right, puts him back into the corner. Zork answering with a down 1. Try to help offset some of that pressure here.
Looking like he's just trying to get some more pressure going on, but he's having a really hard time getting in close to Shang Tsung, and then when he does get in, he's having a hard time overhand.
All right, this is exactly what Zork needs here, but a breaker unfortunately resets that offense. And now he's most likely going to sit there and try to zone out Kenshi, thus pretty much neutering Sento from being used at all. Oh, big overhead!
Yep. Has to work his way in and then has to get some offense going on, or else it looks like Zork is running out of time right now.
Wow, a whiff from
right
both
there.
players.
Yeah. A lot of pressure here. What's the play going to be here? Surprised he's not using that far demon drop move more often to offset the zoning that's being applied right now by Shang Tsung. He's running out of time here. Can he get close to make a play here? And I'm surprised he's not using the Sub-Zero Ice Vest to block those projectiles.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, he may have just forgot about it, but you got 3 seconds here on the clock. Fatal Blow activates. Small cooldown timer if it doesn't hit, but that's it. Wraith takes the set
tough.
here, 3-0. Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah, that definitely was a close set. You know, GG's to Zork, you know. Maybe if he would have had that Sub-Zero cameo a little earlier on in the set, maybe things would have went his way.
So Wraith is set to play against Splash. And let's see here. And then, so Wraith is set to play against Splash, and MightyUnjust is against SilentsReturn. Whew. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, that wraps up our time here on commentary. So we'll definitely make these last 2 matches a little bit more enjoyable just to get you set up for top 8.
Definitely, and we definitely, you know, we definitely have to get on the mic for this again as a team, because seeing these guys come out here and you know, this game came out literally a month ago from today. I didn't get the game early. I think it came out the 14th of September, something like that. But, you know, for these guys to really have that much skill to just instantly pick up the game and land 40%, 50% combos, they want this hardware. They want this hardware. They fighting for this, y'all, and they definitely will. They deserve it.
That and the notoriety and the admiration of their peers. Yeah, they just want the money.
Yeah,
they want the money. They want the fame, the sponsorship potentially.
I can't lie. That first place, that little
the plaque.
That plaque is killing everything, man. I mean, I'd be happy to get a medal here because these guys are really strong, but that plaque beating everything.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah, this is gonna be really, really good. As we give you guys these last few matches. Heading into top 8 right here. It's been really, really some really strong players coming out today and duking it out here. A lot of Kenshis. We had a lot of what's the other character that they were using like that?
So I mean, like there was a lot of Kenshi, like
a lot
for sure.
A lot of Cyrax.
Cyrax cameo assist. I mean, we had an Atara on stream.
Yeah,
we had Raiden.
Yeah, a lot of
Kung
Raidens.
Lao. And I think the first Shang Tsung that we had here, I mean, that for me was a highlight. If we can walk away from anything from the tournament, seeing Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting to see Shang Tsung come here. He brought his old version of himself, the young version of himself, and he made it into made it out of his pool there, you know. So we'll see if did he make it out yet, or is we're still waiting.
So Wraith will be playing against Splash.
So he didn't make it out yet.
So he's 1 game away from making out of his pool into top 8, which I'm all for. Something about the villain characters.
Yeah, they're. It looks like they're definitely winning the day so far, man. I've seen Garrus, which is supposedly the new guardian for Liu Kang. Surprised I didn't see any Liu Kangs today. He looks like a really fun character. Like I said, when this game came out, I struggled because you don't know how can you just pick one character in this game when everybody looks so fun to play.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think off the bat, I remember seeing the beta footage and I was thinking, all right, I'll probably pick up Johnny. Which
Same, yeah.
I probably should have went with my initial gut instinct on that one.
He's solid. He's really solid.
But then I started playing the rest of the cast, and I think I was looking into Reiko. I think Reiko was one of the last characters they announced just before the drop of the game.
Okay.
And my whole fighting game career, I played a lot of like mix-up grapple characters. So I was like, Reiko's right up my alley, and then realized that we just don't gel. So
Yeah.
we're in a state of trying to do some soul searching, and I picked up Limei for a little bit. Limei has a really good range game. She can play good keep away. She can play good rush offense. She controls a lot of jump in aerials with her lantern. But then, damn, we got Braden behind us.
Yeah, that definitely caught my attention there with the flashing going on.
But then I see Sindel. Sindel has a lot of really cool resets, some combo extensions, and I love the fact that she can cancel out of her back two into her levitate. And I started playing her now. So
Yeah,
That
interesting.
is a scary proposition.
And here we go. We got Wraith against Splash here, and one of my favorite stages, Johnny's Mansion. I can't wait.
Yeah, this map looks amazing at nighttime, by the way.
The music straight out of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a button to check.
Oh, I hope they keep the stage at least. No? Okay.
I mean, I think that was the first time we got a. Oh no, that was not the first time. I'm just happy we got a different stage because I mean that Tarkatan camp was a good stage, but it was good. It felt good to see some other different stages.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Some of these maps have amazing stage music, like really amazing stage music.
Oh yeah. I think Mortal Kombat. I was actually thinking about on the drive-in. As far as identifying, what your Mortal Kombat theme is, and I think I always go back to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3's Subway stage. That's like by far one of my favorite themes of the genre or the game itself out of all of them.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to inflict some harm on Wraith right now, as he got the early health lead, and it's a huge health lead at that. So Shang Tsung is just looking to just find his footing right now. It looks like he's going to lose this round.
And Wraith now most likely having to make a large adjustment from going from Zork's Kenshi to Splash's Kung Lao, which is a complete offensive menace.
Yeah. I mean, even dispatching Zork the way he did was something which was really like, you don't even see that much often,
No.
so that was really commendable. But I'm definitely not giving up on Shang Tsung yet. I've seen what he was capable of doing the last game, and I'm definitely looking forward to see how he adapts here against Kung Lao.
Fortunately, Wraith going for a high with Splash answering with a down one here. Now, big meter burn combo.
Look at
Easily
these
do
combos,
40%.
man. Look at these combos, 42, sheesh.
And off of one bar.
1 bar, wow. I think he definitely wants that run back with Gurn. Because I don't think that was the real Splash that we saw just now. Man.
That was Splish.
Yeah, he's going crazy. Man. He didn't get a chance to breathe that game. Okay, so, one of the great things about competitive fighting games is how do you adapt after something doesn't go your way? Because everything doesn't go your way when you're competing against some of the best players in the world,
Yeah, it's that's a bit of a journey because where you want to essentially play the game how you want to play it. And obviously, if there's a way around that a player can figure out, that's I think it extends to personal growth and trying to figure out how to be adaptive. But it's that one's a tough one. It's more than just playing the game itself. You also have to figure out how to play other people's games.
Okay, and it looks like he just whittled his health all the way down. Shang Tsung had a really sizable health lead just now, but looks like he's about to give that health lead up. Yeah, he did give it up. He's going to win the round.
Wow.
Wow.
Completely interrupts the hat spin there with Shang Tsung's string, and immediately starting it off with the levitating skulls here right in the corner. All right, so you're going to take a little bit of damage over time here. That poison being stated.
Okay, is that a damage over time move?
The meter burn will, so more or less just a combo winner at that point. If he does decide to put meter into it, though, it does take health over time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really hard to combo with that Cyrax out there sometimes when he using the helicopter. And some excellent zoning right now by Shang Tsung, making it near impossible to get in right now. Will he get the punish? He misses the punish right now, but he brings out the Cyrax cameo. Can he finish off Splash here? Nice breaker. Only needs one touch to win the game.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my god. And he drops the combo. Oh, and the down one seeps right through. Wow.
Wraith remaining composed in that set here, taking the second match here.
Wow, this is this is insane to watch, man. Whew.
Round 1. Fight.
With some awesome stage music, by the way.
This is actually one of the cooler stages.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite stages and stage music, for sure. I don't know, it's giving me God of War vibes with that whatever that those writing is on those.
Oh, like the little inscriptions.
Yeah, the inscriptions. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does look like very Ragnarok-esque.
It definitely does. Yeah.
Oh, but their cameos sit there to cover out the approach from Splash.
Reversal punish. Wow.
But if your cameo is not available, though, your forward throw essentially is regulated to just a reset at that point. So
okay. Interesting thing to note there.
yeah, no damage comes of it. You just that animation where you see them push him back. That's pretty much what you get is a good reset and neutral up close. And Wraith playing this very passively, not really taking his opportunity and picking his spots and wanting to be aggressive with it. Oh, good low. All right, trading projectiles here.
Will he land that fatal blow?
Wow.
Yes.
That's got a fair amount of range.
The fatal blow lands. Wow. Man, Cyrax sounds so cool in this game. The robot runs.
And we did see from before that it does do a lot of damage, but not enough to be able to take the round
kill.
there.
Just needed a little more there to do that damage, and he gets it done.
All right, Wraith now here, looking to try to put Splash away in this third match here. Trying to take it one game up. Ooh, big overhead. Small pressure there, activates the cameo assist, goes for the low.
Yeah, a lot of pressure being applied here by both players right now, looking for the positioning right now. As they're fighting for that.
Oh, good exchange from both players. Where Splash activated his meter burn dive kick. Wraith didn't want to have any of that pressure to deal with, goes right into the breaker, resetting the neutral.
Yeah, some really good patience being put on display by both of these players. Each of them looking to gain that one-game lead, which can lead into a trip into top 8.
Oh, here we go. This could be big damage from Splash.
No breaker.
Gets
Wraith
one
having
reset.
to eat all of that. Wraith using that mid right there, but it's...
Oh, excellent choice by Splash to use the reversal there.
Final round.
Great. Excellent play right there by Splash.
Yeah, acknowledging that he did get swept about 2 times, so the third time I'm not having it. All right, slow approach by Splash here. Coming to Wraith into the corner, but Wraith sitting there battling back.
Yep. No damage over time here.
Oh, almost looking like an empty jump there.
Yeah, it definitely did look like that. Interesting decision not to break here, taking that 38% damage.
Might break here,
Yep,
yes.
he has to break there. Wow. A lot of his health just went down.
If it's anything that, any consolation that Wraith should be able to kind of backpedal, figure it out, maybe able to take the round, but Splash keeping it short and sweet. Little tick throw pressure here.
A lot of patience right now.
Wow.
And Splash causing go. That's why the cameos are so important in this game, guys.
And just kind of looking at the space that it hit, such a small pocket of being able to sit there and land on the hat or either get caught by Goro's Raise the Roof there.
That was a really, really good play right there by Splash. Looking to take the 3-1, the set 3-1. let's see how Wraith is able to adapt here.
Jumping back into rematch here. Splash immediately.
Oh, drops the combo.
Oh, overhead. First go for some lows. Go from the top.
All right, this is a good opportunity for him to start his zoning here. Shang Tsung.
Occasionally playing, making sure not to commit to too much, so this way they don't give the other player an opportunity just like that. Wraith using his breaker, trying to maintain that health lead.
Yep, he definitely wants to maintain that health lead. He doesn't want to allow any types of comebacks at this juncture.
Meter burns, the armor slowly carrying Wraith to the corner here.
32%, and a great sizable health lead at that.
Absolutely. What?
Fatal blow. Is it going to land? Takes a lot of damage, but gets the fatal blow to land. Let's see what the play is after this.
So he does have Cyrax, so at least if Splash doesn't wake up with anything armor related, I mean, at least gets a free mix-up. Burning one bar.
That's a lot of block damage, man. Oh my god.
Intercepts Goro, only has 3 points of health left. And I'm pretty sure, was that a meter burn hat, if I didn't catch that correctly? Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Wraith decided to crouch block that, because if that was the case, then the mid definitely would have been able to catch. Good flawless block by Wraith, but unfortunately is getting carried for the corner. Jump in late mix.
Haven't seen a Shang Tsung combo in a while. It just speaks to a lot of really good defense by Splash right now, and how hard it is to open him up sometimes.
Wow.
Nice combo.
It manages to keep the meter, but almost on that meterless alone, close to about 40% damage. Ooh.
All right, he's got a break there.
Yeah, have to. Don't want to sit there and play around with that too much. All right, activates Cyrax. Ooh, manages to bait the forward movement.
He's got to be careful because Splash has done a really good job of landing his fatal blow with these low health scenarios. Let's see if Shang Tsung can finish the round off here.
So close.
Ah, he stopped blocking.
Splash takes it and now is moving on to his top 8 in the losers bracket.
This guy's going crazy right now, man. Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
All right, and that unfortunately will conclude our time here commentating for you. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. But don't go anywhere because we have more of our top 8 action coming up soon. So, True Crime, it was a pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure, my man.
All right, guys, stay tuned, and we'll be right back.